Hey everybody, Roy Diamond Loyal back again with another video. Today we're reacting to Yandere Simulator. This video was once again requested. My first time reacting to Yandere Simulator, so the name of this is Joining the Delinquent Gang in Yandere Simulator. Let's get into it, guys.
It is now possible for Yandere-chan to join the delinquents. In this video,
Oh, is it called Yandere? I'm saying it wrong? Okay.
I'll explain how to join them, the benefits you get from them, and why I chose to make this a feature. In order to join the delinquents, you have to make them feel that you fit in with them. To accomplish this, there are several criteria that you must fulfill. First, you must achieve a bad reputation. This means
Of course, to fit in with the cool crowd, you gotta be bad, you know.
misbehaving in front of people until your reputation marker is in the dark area of the reputation bar. Then you must act like a delinquent. This means using a mirror to activate the tough persona so that Yandere-chan will openly display a bad attitude. Next, you must look like a delinquent.
So it's telling you what you need to do next in this game, in this part of the simulator.
This means purchasing hair dye and changing your hair color, exactly like the delinquents have already done. And finally, you must earn their trust. This means doing a task for each delinquent. You can think of tasks as side quests. Each delinquent doubts you for different reasons, and their tasks provide you with opportunities to prove your worth. Normally, delinquents shove you when you get too close and freak out.
Why he shoving her like that? He like, oh heck no.
When they see you carrying a weapon. But if you befriend them by doing their tasks, they will no longer shove you or feel threatened when you're carrying a weapon. If you have a bad reputation, the tough persona, dyed hair, and befriend all of the delinquents, you will gain the ability to speak to the delinquent leader about joining their gang. Well,
what they gotta do, get jumped in the gang?
Actually, Osuro is the true leader of the delinquents, but she's currently suspended from school. So instead, you'll have to talk to her right-hand man, Umeji Kizuguchi. Normally, when you join a club in Yandere Simulator, you receive only benefits and no drawbacks. The delinquents
Why she wearing a mask but everybody else in the group not?
Are the only group in the game that come with a drawback. As long as you're a delinquent, your reputation is locked in the dark portion of the reputation bar, which means that
I might have to make a gaming channel and play this game for real.
People will be more suspicious of you, and if you are spotted misbehaving, your reputation will take more damage than usual. This drawback exists to balance the benefit of the delinquent gang, which is arguably one of the most useful abilities in the game. The benefit of joining the delinquents is that you gain the ability to intimidate students into doing things for you, such as following you, leaving the area, or distracting another student for you. Normally, to gain access to this menu, you would have to befriend a student by doing a task for them. But as a delinquent, you gain instant access to this menu, even if you've never befriended anyone. Using the Intimidate option will damage your reputation, so you'll have to use it sparingly. You may be wondering why I chose to add this feature to the game now, after I said that I would be focusing my attention exclusively on Osana. The answer is that this feature just
So this guy made the game Yandere Simulator,
of naturally happened as a consequence of working on something related to Osana. I'll explain. While developing a game, it's extremely useful to have the ability to instantly summon any character, weapon, or item in order to test out certain functionality and make sure that there aren't any bugs. To facilitate this debugging process, developers will often create debug commands. These are commands that allow a developer to instantly put themselves into any scenario with just a few button presses. Yandere Simulator has a debug menu and plenty of commands, some of which are
Oh,
very
debug
popular.
command.
For example, pressing the S key will max out your seduction, which will make every student in school become willing to do favors for you. After I finish implementing Osana, Yandere Simulator will finally have an objective, and it will graduate from being a debug sandbox to being an official demo that is indicative of the experience of playing the final game. Once the game becomes a real demo, I will take away the player's ability to access debug controls. You will have to play the game the way
Why he taking away the debug's controls?
was designed to be played, instead of relying on the godlike superpowers granted by the debug menu. Because the official demo won't permit access to the debug menu, I need to make sure that every feature in the game can be accessed without using debug commands.
Yeah.
This is where I ran into a problem. Most students in the game did not offer tasks, which meant that it was impossible to befriend them without debug commands. Implementing a task for every student would take weeks and would delay Osana, which is the last thing anyone wants. So I had to come up with a different solution to the problem. In the end, I decided to create one generic task and give it to every student as a placeholder. The task is simple. You must help a student with their homework. My solution worked. It
Oh, okay. Okay, help a student with their homework. Okay.
became possible to befriend everyone at school without the use of debug commands. But there was one flaw with this solution. This task is completely out of character for the delinquents. They would never ask for help with their homework. This bothered me immensely, so I decided to give each of them unique tasks that involve money, theft, or illegal items.
Okay.
It was at this point that I
This game seemed like it's interesting and fun, though.
realized it was almost possible for the player to meet the criteria that I had in mind for joining the delinquents. The only feature missing was the ability to dye your hair, so I quickly put that feature into the game, and from there, it only took a little bit of work to allow the player to join the delinquents. In the end, it hardly took any time at all away from Osana. Regarding Osana, the situation is still the same as I described in my previous video. I've been making progress on her, but I don't want to show you what I've been working on, since it would spoil the surprises I have in store. When I look back at this video, I think I can predict a question that a lot of people will be asking. What if I still want to use debug commands in the official demo?
Right.
Well, actually, I've got an answer for you. In this ancient video from 2014, you can see an early prototype of Yandere Simulator's title screen. Even this early into the game's development, I was already thinking about allowing the player to use cheat codes and activate silly features such as chainsaw arms. To keep the game's original spirit alive, I will probably include a cheat code menu in the title screen of the official demo. This would allow you to use a cheat code to enable the debug menu, just in case you'd like to keep playing the game with godlike debug powers. However, while cheat codes are active, you won't be able to earn any achievements. And in the final game, using cheat codes will prevent you from getting a good ending. If you reach the end of the game,
So in other words, you might not want to use cheat codes
while using cheats, I think you should get a cutscene where Senpai harshly rejects you for being a dirty cheater. Well, with that said, I'm ready to get back to work. Thank you for following the development of Yandere Simulator.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more videos, and I'm out.